let's unpack this for you today. We're doing a deep dive into a really personal account.
Yeah, looking at this powerful incident from a missionary's time in Botswana.
We're drawing from excerpts of a narrative titled Missionary Dream Encounters in Botswana.
And it gives us this fascinating window into a challenging, quite spiritual event.
So our mission here is really to zero in on this one specific incident that the source describes, we'll call the missionary Henry, to keep his anonymity. We want to understand its impact.
Right. And it's important to say up front, this incident, while intense, wasn't, typical of his whole experience.
Absolutely. The source makes that clear. His overall time in Botswana, largely positive. He mentions the people were incredibly friendly. He really enjoyed rubbing shoulders with them.
So this event we're discussing was more personal, something that actually helped him later on during his stay there.
Exactly. So keeping that bigger picture in mind, let's set the scene. Botswana, as Henry describes it, beautiful place, friendly people.
But also a place where belief in, witchcraft is present. He actually calls it the voodoo capital at one point in the source.
So you have this mixed warmth connection, but also this underlying spiritual intensity.
And the source explains a bit about the witchcraft beliefs, like the idea that jealousy over someone's success might lead others to try and place hexes.
Uh-huh. And there might be signs like things left around houses or cars, markings, animal bones, that sort of thing.
Right. Now, Henry's mindset going in, he wasn't super afraid. He felt protected.
Because he held the priesthood, right, which in his faith is about spiritual authority.
Exactly. But he does say, even with that protection, he felt a sort of lingering darkness or strangeness sometimes in certain places.
Interesting contrast, feeling safe yet sensing something off. Which leads us to the first really strange event he describes, a dream.
A very vivid one. He dreamt of this tall shadow figure, really tall, like 8 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
And it was just screaming right in his face.
Ooh.
Intensely. He couldn't remember the words later, but the feeling, the sound, terrifying.
But it didn't touch him.
No, never touched him, according to the account, just the screaming.
Okay, so he wakes up from that, I imagine, pretty shaken.
Oh, yeah. The source says he woke up sweating, deeply afraid.
How did he do?
He got up immediately and went to pray. And he notes this wasn't just any prayer. He'd never prayed like that before, certainly not for, more than a minute usually.
At this time?
This time he was on his knees, praying intensely for over 15 minutes, a really deep seeking for help or comfort.
15 minutes? That's significant. So after that prayer, did things calm down?
Well, he went back to sleep, and then he had another dream.
Okay.
This one was completely different. He saw President Nelson, that's Russell M. Nelson, and they were just walking together on a beach.
A beach?
Mm.
Quite a shift from a screaming shadow.
Definitely. But what they saw on the beach was disturbing in its own way. He saw all his friends, his best friends, just lying there.
Lying there how?
The source uses terms like drugged out, no aspirations, not doing anything, just wasting time, listless.
Oh, man. Seeing your friends like that.
Yeah, he said he just started to cry right there in the dream. It hit him hard because these were his close friends.
So he wakes up again. Now what's he feeling?
He felt like the first prayer, that intense 15-minute one, hadn't actually worked. Seeing his friends like that, it felt like the problem was still there, maybe even worse.
So, more distress. Did he pray again?
He decided he had to. He got up, started walking back to the room to pray again. And this is the absolute turning point in the account. As he was walking, he heard a voice, very distinct.
A voice saying what?
It was just 3 words, I heard you.
Wow. Just like that, I heard you.
Just like that. And the impact, Henry describes, was instantaneous. All the fear, the distress, just gone, replaced by peace.
He immediately felt his prayers had been answered.
Completely. He knew it. The source says he just turned around, didn't even pray again, went back to bed, and slept like a baby.
That's quite a story. From intense fear and confusion, these disturbing dreams, to sudden, undeniable peace from hearing that voice.
It really highlights how, sometimes, that answer or confirmation you're desperately seeking can come in a way you totally don't expect. Very direct, very personal.
So that specific fear, linked maybe to that feeling of darkness he'd sensed, it just melted away after that experience.
Absolutely. But, his journey in Botswana wasn't over, not by a long shot. This experience, intense as it was, kind of prepared him, maybe strengthened him for what was still ahead.
Right. It makes you think, doesn't it, about those moments of really intense seeking? How do you recognize the answer? Can it be that clear?
It certainly was for Henry in this instance, and as you mentioned, things weren't over. After a few transfers, moving to new villages, another strange incident was waiting.
Ah, so this wasn't the end of the unusual experiences?
No, this next one would test him uh, beyond just prayer. In the quiet of another night, something else appeared, an unknown being.
And this time?
This time, it wasn't just Henry who saw it. His
Hmm.
companion witnessed it too.
Okay, you can't leave us hanging there.
Well, that story, that's
Okay.
for part 2, so stay tuned.